It's funny that you mentioned eating too good because I am also going through my trash phase right now.
Mm-hmm.
I started up Beat the Backlog season 2, which the last season took 18 months to complete. This is
Fair.
the next batch of 101 things.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like, I slop stream, like, a few times a year. It takes a minute to build that shit up. So,
yeah.
Special events.
So I decided to put my foot on the scale on this one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because 65 of the entries are from chat and 33 of them are mine. And 2 of them are pages.
So,
because I wanted to have the ability that if it landed on Pat, I could fucking jerk the wheel towards whatever the fuck I wanted the fucking show to feel like. Hey, has it been too good today? Let's do some garbage. Has it been trash for like 4 hours? Okay, let's finish on something I know people actually like.
So is the system, because like, okay, I guess because I saw it, the clip where like it landed on Dadazina, and
it did. No.
And I was like, oh, I thought you put the names of the games on a list.
No. So here's the way that it works. I'm like, the list is open. The rules are, hey, this is a significant cost investment to play hundreds of games for 40 minutes. Okay. So if you want your shit to run on the wheel for a unlimited or a highly limited length of time, donate the cost of the game at the current time that you're kicking it in, usually during a Steam sale. Right? I then grab it. I put your name into a spreadsheet. I put the link to the game. I put the original cost, etc.
Okay.
And then I load it into wheelofnames.com. And then I fucking put every single fucking person's name, including mine, according to whatever they were. Because what I don't want, so the first roll was Dadazina, right?
Yeah.
She somehow got the very, very first one.
Ragged. Yeah.
And the last thing that I wanted was for the game to land on 1,000 times resist. And then as I'm setting the game up, everyone's like, oh, no, I want to hit the title screen and game capture kicks on the title screen. And people go, oh, and then we're in it before people even get over their surprise.
Okay. Gotcha. So it's a rolling ass start. Thus, you gotta have the name up first, and also you know who to name and shame.
And so the person who has it, the person who has it, gets to go, oh, that's me, that's my name, right? Instead of everyone kind of knowing what's going on. Also, it allows me to, because nobody has the list but me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows what's on that fucking thing, right? So if the wheel had it, they'd just take a screenshot and be like, oh, I'll check back in when. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is the episode.
So like the first hour of 1,000 Times Resist is like the school, I guess?
Yes. So I actually did 90 minutes of that, and it's the intro in the school.
Okay.
And that was the first game on the list, which was a great start. Not robots, but still very sad, very gay.
Mm-hmm. Correct. That's what you get from that first hour. Mm-hmm.
Really good. I'm also taking like incredibly quick breaks at the end of longer ones so that I can chop them up via the OBS record feature into possible future part ones.
Okay, yeah, that's the move.
So I can just if I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Part 1 of 1,000 Times Resist. I'm just gonna rename the fucking video.
So exactly,
just rename it.
So Min's got the same. We got this. I got Min doing the same system where sometimes he'll put 1 of 4, but the thumbnail will allow for it to just be 1. We don't know what might continue. I will say something about that game in particular, and something I'm realizing too about myself is I don't always know when I'm jumping into a game whether it's like primarily visual novel with a little bit of gameplay or 100% walking and talking, right?
So you must have told me when we talked about it. I started it up and heard voice acting, and like my heart just relaxed. And I was like, oh, thank God.
Yes.
And I know you must have told me. But like my assumption when I see like indie story heavy is like, oh, time to work out the throat muscles.
Yep. And thankfully, yes, they have it covered here. In a really charming, quirky indie kind of way. The voice acting quality is very like amateur, but good, you know?
It's good. It sounds like everyone is getting their start.
Right. I know what you mean. Yep.
Like this is going to go on a demo reel.
Now, the what I was going to say though is that like when playing a game like that, where I'm like, again, I know there's nothing besides the narrative that we're doing. I kind of have a little bit of it's just a little thing inside me that's kind of like, okay, this narrative better fucking grip me really hard because I want gameplay most of the time, and when I'm not getting it, I'm kind of like, you better fucking blow that narrative out of the water. You know,
hey, listen, if it's just steak with no potatoes, the steak better kick my ass.
That's it. Like I will give a game where the story is nonsense, but or even mid, but the gameplay is great, way more of a leeway, you know, start than one where I'm locked in for just narrative and I'm not feeling it immediately. Boy, am I harsher on that and more willing to quit.
1,000 Times Resist like completely hooked me immediately. And I did the school section and was like, this shit is cooking.
Yeah.
There is a lot going on here. I did like I you know there's a moment where you run into that giant pigeon.
Right.
And I'm standing there. I'm like, this is a digitally recreated memory of the platonic ideal of a different person's idea of a pigeon. That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous concept to put in your game. They're doing weird high-level stuff. And then I got like kind of sad because I know there's people who are going to play this game and go, oh, big pigeon. Like, no, man.
There's something going on here. Yeah. No, and it does a really good job. Unfortunately, this is one of those games where it's worth it and you're like, yeah, this is worth it going for the ride. But I'm remembering that beginning section and being like, I'm putting up a wall of like, yo, you there's no other gameplay here, so you better nail this. And it did. It was good.
So yeah, 1,000 Times Resist is excellent. From what I played of it, I will probably go back to it on camera. That's incredibly likely. The next one up is a game called Cape Hideous, which is a extraordinarily lavishly animated MS Paint game about being a pirate in which literally all you can do is move left and right. That's it.
Okay.
You can also climb ladders.
What is it called?
Cape Hideous.
Okay.
It is super ugly, super detailed. There's no dialogue of any kind.
What the fuck? Like, what?
It is super weird.
Okay. So, is it suddenly just the time of quirky ass MS Paint games coming back to life? Because, like, just today I saw a trailer for what the fuck was it called? Bad Bitch Blasters.
Yeah.
And it's MS Paint, acid trip, Hilux ass RPG nonsense.
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Cape Hideous is super weird. You play as a pirate on a pirate ship in a weird pirate universe, and weird things happen, and you move left and right. And I beat it in 19 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
For realsies.
Okay.
Like properly beat it in 19 minutes.
Perfect for the show.
Great. Good game. Thumbs up. Next up is The Root Trees Are Dead, which I hate. I hate it. Did you play Obra Dinn?
I didn't.
Okay, so The Root Trees Are Dead is about a rich family that died, and you are trying to map out their entire family tree, and you get a fake 1998 internet connection, and so you're doing stuff like Carl Roottree, and then you find articles about Carl Roottree, and then you're like, oh, he's a CEO. Okay, put in that he's a CEO, and then you're looking through old magazines to try, oh, here's a picture of him, bam, and then you're trying to find out the article about his daughters, and then, okay, which one is the married one? That means she's the oldest, and you're doing all this little detective work.
Yep. Pepe Sylvia simulator.
It's very, very, very much like an internet version of Obra Dinn.
Okay.
And it is really good. and it is really well put together, and it's super slick, and it has a really excellent like private eye kind of digging through the past kind of like insurance adjuster kind of like gameplay loop that works really well. And I hate it. And I hate it. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Fucking genealogy fucking paperwork.
Overwhelmingly positive.
Dumb, and I want to fucking look. I just want to look up in the fake internet who is the oldest root tree sister. But there's too many results and it doesn't give me that, and it doesn't have a real name because it's Rose, but that's a fake. I hate it.
Is it
good game?
Is it basically logic puzzles that
absolutely.
But like it's doing like the Silent Hill puzzle style thing where sometimes you got to know stuff outside of Silent Hill?
No. It's all there.
Okay.
But you have to make like some deductive reasoning, and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't. It's just a big puzzle.
Okay.
So a big puzzle game made me feel dumb every time I go. I don't know.
Lorelei and the laser eyes. Game. Yeah. Okay.
A good game. I'd recommend it to people who like anything to do with puzzles.
Hold up. What about, is Blueprints that?
Blueprints is kind of that, but Blueprints also has like a rogue thing and like an architecture thing. But then Blueprints started to make me feel really stupid and frustrated, and that means it's a bad game.
Oh, okay.
So when a puzzle game starts to make me feel really stupid and angry, that means it's bad now.
Okay.
To me. And then I'll go, wow, Blueprints is an incredible game.
Bad games make me feel stupid. Good games make me feel good.
I don't want to feel bad. I want to feel smart.
This is correct. Objectively.
I also played the Trails in the Sky first chapter remake. Which is a remake of the PSP game Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky from Falcom, the one with the redhead that looks like Asuka in it with the stick.
Okay.
This is I would call this a 1-to-1 remake in the most exacting terms. Like same script, but voice acted. Same scenes, but 3D animated. Same gameplay system, but now with the tutorial.
Okay.
Right? Like, and I played it, and it is a really solid, visually gorgeous, old style RPG that feels really great. And I came away going, man, I wish Square had done this to FF7. Like after Remake and Rebirth, I actually would prefer, like, you know what I wanted out of the FF7 remake? I wanted like pre-rendered backgrounds with the same camera and new models on top of it with
and
voice
not
acting.
Touching a single other thing.
I literally just wanted a fucking straight update.
Mm-hmm. I think so. We had versions of this conversation for years ever since the first talks of when are they going to remake 7, and I think it was like that's what a lot of people want. But then there's also the idea of like a new audience is showing up for this, and the idea of putting in all this effort but then not actually doing a new thing with it would be too much of a waste, and Square would never approve that, yada yada yada. And I think it was kind of like, okay, so we got to do the rebirth thing. We got to not rebirth. We got to do the rebuild solution.
Here's a really good example of what I'm talking about. We got a gentleman in chat who says, "F you, Pat, you were sucking Remake off all over," which is true, based on the promise that Remake makes at the end of Remake, where things are going to be really different. And then Rebirth came out, in which nothing was different at all. And then the promise. So if it was actually nothing was going to be different, you might as well just have remade the thing the way that like everybody wanted, which was just a 1-to-1 PS1 game upscaled.
Yeah, so like the Ava bit is you start faithful and then shit diverges and goes nuts.
And now we're 2 games out of 3 in, and it's like, oh, we're still like 99% faithful. And
because
like,
you have to still find a way to expensively give the remake that people want to feel in the middle of a not remake. Yeah, but you can't
get a new audience when the fucking remake is like assuming you played the game back in 97. Like it's not even trading on the idea that you replayed it like relatively recently. It kind of feels like, yeah, you did it 20 years ago. Remember that? Like, no. But anyway, Trails in the Sky, FC remake, super solid.
Okay.
I really liked it. Might play it again on the channel. Not sure. Okay. It's also the start of the Trails series, which has 3,500 games in it.
Wow. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. Um, this is. I'm like. I feel like I'm like. What? Why does this ring a bell? Is this the one, or is there, I'm looking? It's like, oh, was there like people were mad about translations or something? But
yes, they always are.
yeah. Okay.
They always are.
Right. Okay.
So there's Trails, Trails in the Sky, Trails in the Sky 2, Trails in the Sky 3, Trails from Azure, Trails from Zero, Trails of Cold Steel 1, 2, 3, 4, Trails of Daybreak, Trails of Horizon, and most of those are trilogies. There's Trails games.
Okay.
And of course, they're all connected. They're all connected. And this is the first one, which is the Yakuza 1 of the series getting remade. This is essentially Trails in the Sky first chapter Extreme Kiwami.
I got a trail for you.
Yeah?
From my belly button.
No thanks, bro.
To my dick.
Really? You didn't have to. Oh. Anyway, also played Age of Decadence. It's an old-timey RPG that looks like a isometric Baldur's Gate in like Rome. I hate it.
Oh.
Don't like it.
Okay.
Don't like anything about it. That's my review. I also played Haste. Have you played Haste?
I no, but I wrote it down because somebody came into my chat and said you got to play Haste. So I bet you it was the same person.
Ass.
I bet you it was the same person. Yeah.
Haste kicks ass. Haste is it's like a roguelike runner. It feels like what I would like many Sonic games to feel like.
Mm-hmm.
It controls really well. It's super colorful. The character designs are super great.
Very pretty.
The music's pumping. It's awesome. It's fucking great. Anybody who likes fast games and running should check out Haste.
Looking at so I think I added this to my cart. I don't think I bought it just yet, but looking at the trailer, does it run in this kind of frame rate? It looks like kind of choppy, but like I feel like a game like this needs to.
I ran it at 120.
Okay, yeah, this because
super rock solid.
You want it smooth as hell. Okay, cool. Yeah, nice.
Played MechWarrior 5.
Oh shit. Okay.
This is like the first time I've played a MechWarrior game in like decades, I think. I think we might have looked at one briefly for like Mecha Week, but I think you were playing that.
Yeah, Mecha Week we did take a look. Mm-hmm.
Fuck, man. I'm so glad that MechWarrior games all the way out here in Lord Zone 2025 are still like the clunkiest fucking weirdo games for freaks. Like, why would aiming with your fucking gun turn your robot, stupid? The torso's not connected, you idiot. Why would you move forward by pressing forward? No, you're gassing up the acceleration. You're just going to leave that shit on. It's the most PC gaming ass fucking shit.
You're walking in a gun on legs, man. It's falling apart.
It's super cool.
I will say
two missions, man. It's so clunky. It's awesome.
Okay, so what I remember, because I remember checking out, a little bit of this back in the day when we did the Mecha Week, and I remember also kind of feeling though that like the memories of this clunky old mecha shit, Hawken got a better captured well,
Hawken is like a first-person shooter with mecha trappings, right?
Yeah, but I just in terms of vibes of the robot, I remember Hawken was like, "Oh, this is what my childhood imagination of MechWarrior was closer to than what we got from the game." From 5.
Yeah, no, MechWarrior's actually like, all right, I've set my course. I'm gonna move in this straight line. Now I'm gonna aim at the tangent as I walk by the base.
Target is beyond inspection radius.
Oh, that's a good game. Super crazy for freaks. Like, do you want to take insurance out on your mech before you go out there for damage? Area.
Cowardice will not be tolerated. Mission failed. Are the Jade Falcons still a thing?
I don't know.
Ghost Bear's Legacy?
I don't know. I liked it though.
It was cool.
I played a game that was on almost every Japanese developer's 2025 Game of the Year list. It's called Urban Myth Dissolution Center.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is. It is a Game Boy Advance style mystery game in which you are a young woman with clairvoyance who is roaming around Japan trying to dispel or solve urban myths that may or may not be real. It's Ace Attorney, but with ghosts. You are basically playing as Fox Mulder and Dana Scully in one character.
Okay.
Looking to see if the Jersey Devil is real or if the knife alien was here.
Charming art style.
Super charming, cool visuals, crazy good soundtrack. Really, really interesting gameplay, which includes like scrolling through social media to find keywords to see if like you'll see, oh, there was a scary ghost. Oh, like let's search for ghost reports and see who's got the most likes. And then like you end up finding like the very first person to go investigate because you have to search whether or not they were doxxed because the photo of the ghost has a notable billboard beside their house.
Oh. I'm looking at this.
It's super cool. It's super stylish.
Yeah. I'm looking at the cutscenes here, and I'm just remembering that Game Boy Color Resident Evil port never quite came out, did it?
It did. It literally came out in the last week.
Wait, what?
A 97% complete version of that Game Boy Color, that Game Boy version of Resident Evil came out.
Now?
Yeah, last week.
What the fuck? What are the odds? Holy shit.
I believe it's actually completable.
That's crazy. I remember seeing screenshots of that and like as a promise of what was coming, and I was like, oh my god, Nintendo's the best, you fucking rule. I can't believe they're doing it. Also, remaking this entire thing with pixels on, like, it looked so stylishly cool and like different. I was like, what the fuck? That's impressive as hell. That's crazy.
Good job manifesting it, bud.
Wow. Damn.
So Urban Myth is cool. I played Wall World. Wall World's a mining game where you have a robot spider on the side of a wall, and then you just dismount from the wall and then go inside and do mining stuff and get little upgrades, and then go back to the spider robot and then upgrade the turret so you can fight waves of enemies. It's almost exactly the same as a game called Dome Keeper, just rotated 90 degrees and worse.
Okay.
Which is like... And it really is like astonishingly similar to a different game with the same concept, but significantly worse.
Interesting.
Which is like a death sentence for me.
Is spelunking into the walls and Mr. Diggering into the walls more of the game, or is it shooting out at the stuff coming at on the
it's like
to the robot?
It's like 60-40 digging versus shooting.
Okay.
I played Hellish Quart.
Yes.
A game that you would be familiar with, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course you would be.
I was there.
It has a story mode now where you ride a horse around and there's like cutscenes.
That's ridiculous. That game does not deserve that.
It controls like shit and looks like crap.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Clearly a lot of love goes into the old-timey HEMA-inspired sword fighting history game, Hellish Quart.
So...
it controls really bad and feels really bad.
There's a key piece of the puzzle that you need to understand Hellish Quart.
What's that?
That is the old 360 Deadliest Warrior fighting game.
I do know that. Yes, I am aware of that. Yeah.
We played a bunch of those, if I'm not mistaken. This is taking that spiritual energy and successing with it.
It is a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sword fighting game based off of historical sword fighting.
This is carrying the energy of Deadliest Warrior, which was funner than it deserved to be.
It just feels like complete shit. Like if this was like a Friday Night Fisticuffs, I would have been like, yo, this game is trash. And I would have just repeated that every like 15 minutes and otherwise just play my matches.
I got into it.
That doesn't mean anything, Woolie. You get in any fighting game.
Yeah, it wasn't Bushido blading it, but there's some stuff going on. There's stuff going on. All right?
Maybe this is like an unfair comparison. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know if this is like reasonable. But like, this is obviously inspired about like Bushido Blade, right?
Yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. Mm-hmm.
And like I'm messing around with it, and I'm like, why does this game from 2025 control worse than a game that I played fucking 30 years ago?
Yeah,
come on.
And also, a lot of it's, if I remember correctly, too, like a lot of those ideals are more cleanly realized in For Honor, but the camera's in a different place, and also. Fucking Deadliest Warrior, though.
I like For Honor.
Sun Tzu.
Before For Honor became For Honor.
It's still going.
For Honor is like probably the game that I liked the most before anyone, including me, got good at it, because that system just completely falls apart once anyone knows what they're doing. The mid-level For Honor gameplay is really good, but the high level is bad.
It's become a completely different beast at this point, and I'm planning to. I'm working on something to see if I can.
As soon as I saw like a video of like unlock your camera to spin to, oh fuck this, fuck this shit.
Yeah, no, there's very few instances where a like third person fighting thing where I'd feel like I prefer that to having both of us on camera at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Played Tower of Guns. It is a very mediocre roguelike that kind of does like Borderlands style weapon upgrades. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I played a game called Unbeatable.
Oh.
Which I'm sure you have seen.
Yeah. So that
Unbeatable is fucking weird. It is a weird game.
Okay.
So it is a rhythm. So, okay. Bluntly, it is a rhythm game. You're hitting L1 and R1 to do rhythm game stuff on a notepad, kind of like the Konami rhythm games. It has a really good soundtrack. It is also flagrantly obsessed with Studio Trigger.
Yeah. Blatant.
It is blatant. It might be the most blatant I have ever seen of like love letter to a very specific animation studio, because everybody looks like a Studio Trigger character, specifically like a Promare character
or panty and stocking.
The shading. What's that?
There's panty and stocking stuff going on.
Yeah, or like, you know, like the shading is Studio Trigger, the look, the general concept is very Fooly Cooly. But the one that really like zoned in on me, I'm like, wow, these people are like obsessive freaks, is that the band you play as in the game's intro is called One More Final, which is the name of the last scene in Evangelion, which is One More Final. I need you.
Oh, right. When it pops up on the eye catch. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, there's no, like, that is the only time I have ever seen the phrase One More Final ever in my entire fucking life. So it's clearly based off of that.
There's vibes of, so there's a lot of, there's just some Scott Pilgriming stuff happening too.
Yeah, a little bit. It starts off really bad. Really, 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 really fucking bad. It takes about 45 minutes to start playing the game. And in between that, it is a musicless visual novel.
Okay, so you got how far?
I got 45 minutes in and then did one gameplay. And then I'm like, we need to move on. And then I went to the game's arcade mode, which turns it into a Konami rhythm game that really looks like DDR.
So where...
and they just unlock a shit million songs for you to play.
1,000,000%. So 1,000,000%. So where did you stop exactly? What
I stopped
location?
after the chase scene with the cops.
Okay, so... Yes, what you're describing is the problem. It's stylish as fuck. It's gorgeous. It sounds great. It has an attitude about it with the whole tutorial and the starting the game out. Like it's coming from somebody that's like, I'm gonna be breaking the fourth wall constantly. And you're running around the world, and like the aesthetic it's paying service to is being delivered like phenomenally, but there's bugs and shit that are like you can run off camera and fucking get stuck.
I ran into some nasty bugs.
Horrible bugs.
So
yep.
I ran into a really bad bug, which was I'm pretty good at rhythm games.
Yep.
And in the very first tutorial, I was doing the rhythm stuff no problem, like L1 for the bottom, R1 for the top, and then I got to the thing that says mash. Right? Like the mash prompt. But I hit it on normal timing, so the mash prompt never showed up. So I hit it once, and then it just passed through and failed and let me keep doing the song. And then in the subsequent police chase thing, I would get hooked by the van.
Yep.
And I would hit the button on the timing and not mash.
Nope.
Because I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And I had to ask chat what is happening. And the answer is if you hit any button during any tutorial and do it correctly, even if you're just playing along, it goes, oh, you know what you're doing, and skips that tutorial forever. And so, like, there's like significant parts of the gameplay that I'm like, I don't know what the fuck it wants from me right now.
That bridge cutscene felt like stuff got desynced. It was late on the timing of it for sure. There's parts where you're running around in the environment. So there's a jail that you enter right after that. You can, if you like walk off the static camera from the wrong angle, it doesn't switch camera angles, and you can get stuck outside of the camera, and that can happen, and you can save progress and absolutely permanently fuck up your save.
The game is
by wandering the wrong
stylish
way
and has tons of love put into it, and its core gameplay is super solid. The tutorials are really bad. It is pretty buggy. I had characters overlapping their dialogue prompts, and then you'd hit X and you'd skip a bunch of dialogue.
Yeah. And like the dialogue prompts, I thought that was intentional. I thought it was
not. I noticed that
I thought the characters were trying to cut each other off, and it wasn't. You know, you're literally missing stuff. And then yes, on top of all of that, unfortunately, huge problem here is the pacing. Because I went past that chase, I went further in, I kept going. It doesn't change. It stays like that kind of visual novel thing with one segment of gameplay per chapter for the next 3 hours or so. Like,
that's terrible.
It super bugged me because I'm like, I'm waiting for the game to become this like, yo, let's fucking hit the tracks, let's do the music, it's coming at you, and then you get to the next section and go, and it never does that.
Elite beat agents with a story.
So now we get to this thing where almost like I was just describing with 1,000 Times Resist, you're like, okay, this is 95% visual novel, 5% gameplay.
Yeah, but I'm here for the gameplay.
I'm here for.
And why does the visual novel part have no music?
And so it's none of it's happening. And then I end up being I went a good 3 hours in or so, and it doesn't change.
It is like the most excited I've been to boot up something, and like the most disappointed I've been turning it off for a long time.
It has such cool aesthetic things going on, and the promise is there, the potential, but it just the pacing fucks that up, and then the bugs fuck that up. Yep. And I remember, so I played it at the dev booth at PAX or MagFest or somewhere, and I played just a round of like the rhythm game, and I was like, okay, this is cool.
The rhythm game is super solid.
And then the demo came out and had no story mode in it. It was just the rhythm, and you picked one of like 5 or 6 songs or so, and I was like, okay, this is the promises here, but I kind of need to see a bit more. And then, unfortunately, like, that's as far as it went, you know? Because even when you do get to the rhythm story sections, like, the 1 or 2 that you do are super basic, and, like, they're not, like, the best segments, you know, to get that gameplay going. So, yeah, there's other ways to do this, and even in games that I had bigger problems with, like Everhood, for example, for all the issues I had with that, that was a way better flawless, a way better integration of rhythm and plot together, and then keeping the pacing of like playing the musical side and then going into the story and back and forth, go. You know, it's such dropped promise.
Yeah, no, Unbeatable, super weird, like massive flaws, like huge flaws.
Fixable, but it needs more time.
Maybe I'll come back to it in like a year after like 5 patches or something like that. Speaking of, I actually played another immediately after it. I played a rhythm game called Away From Home, which is like an Earthbound style RPG in which you were doing like fairly complex, like timing, like not DDR, but more like amplitude like puzzles during every fight. Like you're tapping the shit out of it.
God
super
damn it.
Charming art style. What's that?
Away From Home is first and foremost a Drake song, second a game on Steam.
That's
unfortunate. You should look that up before you name your game.
Regardless, cool art style, very charming writing. Like really, really interesting gameplay. And I discovered 2 massive problems.
Okay.
Like cataclysmic issues. One is the tutorial music is not synced up to the beat they want you to hit during the tutorial.
Oh no! Was there like options like lag
The
config?
issue is not lag. The tutorial music is just literally not synced up
Brutal.
to the beat they want you to hit.
Brutal.
And it's really, really, really slow beats because they're tutorializing you. And so I failed the tutorial for like 10 minutes.
Oh man.
On like the babyest shit. And I'm like, I feel stupid. And like it's 2 notes going towards the center. And I thought you had to hit the notes on the outs, like to overlap a line that they would go over. No. And then I thought I had to hit them when the notes touched. No. You have to hit both notes when they're next to each other in the box, which is super unintuitive.
Gorgeous
but then I figured
sprites.
it out, and then the very first fight has way faster beat and way more notes. At which point, okay, I know how to play Amplitude. No problem. And then I discovered a few minutes later that there is no penalty for missing notes. So when there is just 100 defend notes, just mash the X button through it.
Oh.
And just hit every note. There's absolutely no problem just mashing through it. You don't lose your counter. You don't lose your energy. You don't lose nothing. You just mash it out.
And as long as there's no fail state for the note, as long as you hit it when it's there.
There's no fail state for the note other than not hitting it.
Okay. Oh man, this is a stylish, nice sprite fucking based game too.
Yeah. So
bummer.
Shonen Hero, the guy who recommended it, says there used to be a penalty, but they took it out, which is weird. Don't know what's up with that. But yeah, they could clean that up. And it would be really, really interesting.
The trailer has a couple of shots that look like Mode 70, like 3D-ish gameplay. Is that a part of the gameplay too, or is it all just Earthbound?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Okay.
Only played about 45 minutes.
Okay.
A game that I played for considerably longer than 45 minutes. I played a game about digging a hole. The game's title is, quote, a game about digging a hole, end quote. I beat this game on stream. Did you ever play Ridiculous Fishing?
Yeah.
It's that, but digging a hole in your backyard.
Sweet.
It's literally that. It is the exact same. Like loop of have a tiny little shovel, dig a little bit, get some money, go upgrade, get a bigger shovel, dig a little bit, get more money, get a bigger shovel, get a bigger inventory, get a jetpack, dig a hole 80 meters deep so that you have to jetpack all the way out. Oh no, it's dark. Got to buy lamps. Put the lamps so that you can see.
Okay.
Super good. Very satisfying. Beat it in an hour 15.
Cool. Note to everybody that do not try to do this in real life. There was a lady who decided to dig a big hole in her backyard. I don't know if you remember that story.
I do remember her, yes.
And she just kept going and got to a point where the structural integrity of her house and her neighbors' houses was being damaged by the depth of her hole. And it became a huge problem.
Yeah.
Don't just dig a big, long hole for no reason.
Also, you don't know where pipes and rainbow wires are. And you don't want to cut those. Don't want to cut it.
Oh.
If you cut a pipe digging in your backyard, you're going to have a hard day. You're going to have a bad day.
If my fucking house falls into a sinkhole because you just dug too deep and loosened the wrong rock,
there better be gold down there.
I'm gonna be very mad.
There better be gold down there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Moving on. I played a demo called Technoplasm. I'm gonna copy the title for you because it's
I'm gonna give that a shot. TEX.
Yeah.
No, it's not like Technolize. The anime.
It's tough. There's a Z instead of an S as plasm.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Did you get it? I'll just type it for you. Technoplasm has a demo out. I played the demo. This is a first-person beat 'em up that is it's melee ultra kill. It's melee ultra kill.
Hello?
It has like the grimiest, cheapest main menu and terrible voiceover. And then you get in there and it's like, here's your punch combos, here's your parry, here's your shift to dash around enemies. pick up melee weapons and throw them at people, deflect
Let's
bullets.
go.
It's super, super fucking cool.
Yeah. Okay.
It's super fucking solid.
Yeah, because this is I like this. I like this. I like the vibes.
It's awesome.
Like Fight Night stuff.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Okay.
That's it. I played Bat to the Heavens, which is anime Bennett Foddy's Getting Over It.
Sure.
It's a character who can't jump, and so you have to build up a bat to hit the ground to launch yourself skyward, and then you have to swing sideways to edge yourself a little bit over and bounce yourself off of walls so you can get momentum. Oh my god, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Hate it.
Did you play Jump King?
I did not.
Okay. Because I was playing some Jump King. And oh well no, this is not quite Jump King, because you're actually like going sideways and stuff. Okay.
I did not play Jump King.
Jump King is just going straight up, and like you can correct in midair your jump trajectory.
That's crazy.
And you gotta hold the right amount of jump, and you gotta hold the right amount of left and right, and hope for the best.
That's nuts.
But it's absolute streamer bait.
Yeah, don't like it. Don't like it even a little. I also threw in the Castlevania Advance Collection.
Sure.
Which very good ports of Circle of the Moon, Area of Sorrow, and the other one. God awful port of Rondo of Blood.
Oh.
For some reason, it is the Super Nintendo version of Rondo of Blood.
Not the Saturn?
Nope. And it is a bad port of that too.
But it got the Game Boy Color games fine.
The Game Boy games are rock solid. But god damn it, I don't know why the fuck they chose Dracula X instead of fucking Rondo. It's baffling. Baffling.
Mm.
And last but not least, for now, I threw in Grand Blue Fantasy Relink.
Oh yeah,
all this time.
Okay.
Did you ever touch that?
Mm-hmm. I played. I did a quick look at that.
That game is weird. It is very strange. They are throwing your ass into the deep end of multiple years of fucking gacha game storyline, and fuck it, we're on a different island. So ignore all that shit.
Yeah, Grand Blue is a really it's an interesting IP because it's one where I am not interested in interfacing with this franchise unless the gameplay is a genre I love. And in this case, the fighting game and this character action style thing are genres I love. So I'm down to play with it in that way. But
it's a weird mashup of like Dragon's Dogma and Monster Hunter and like a character action game.
Mm-hmm.
All the characters feel very different. The game looks gorgeous. It's got good juice moving around. But I kind of got sold on it fairly strongly during the tutorial when you're fighting Bahamut and they're doing like FF14 style like damage indicators on the ground. And then you fight what is literally Tigrex, the Monster Hunter monster, in one of the earlier things.
Okay.
And he has Tigrex's moves. I'm like, oh, this is going to become a very different game by the end of it.
But you're doing it solo.
This is going to turn into Monster Hunter.
There's some
on top of that, the first upgrade I got was Launch. Like it starts off as a very basic Dynasty Warrior style game, and then like literally the first upgrade for every character is jump and hit X to launch characters for air combos.
Get your high time.
Like, okay,
that's what made me curious to take a look. Exactly, you got high time going, right? And what I will say is there's a lot of different characters. Initially you're like, oh, look at all the variety of them, but they do have a bit of that like
there's overlap. There's a lot of overlap.
They're more, there's not as much to them as you would initially think. Which like for example, like Zenless has a lot of characters too, or like Punishing Grey Raven. But they're not like fucking oceans of depth to dive into. They're just basic, simple characters with like move
but
lists
I do like
that
how
are
you're building a
you know,
whole team.
exactly. That's my point. Is they're all a little not shallow, but they're not super deep as individuals. But then you have them together, and the synergy stuff builds up, and then yes, you have the whole team.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Right.
I really like it. I might go back to it either myself or on camera, but I liked it. And that's what I got for the first fucking 3 streams of Beat the Backlog. I have another Beat the Backlog tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, because that's when the Steam sale will end, which we all know this is what this fucking segment is for, so that I can show you weird shit for the Steam sale. Now, the backlog will probably come back. I might just keep it going. Fuck it. There's nothing coming out.
Now, once you clear each of these games, are you then going over to your Backloggery website and updating your... Oh.
No, what I'm doing, Woolie, is... So, I don't know if you've ever spent any time organizing your Steam profile.
I did a little bit a while ago, because I put things into potential LPs, you know, fighting games and like quick looks, etc.
So I have the following lists: favorites, play, unplayed, shit I've never booted, dropped it but could play later, done with, which has 981 games in it. And then I have beat the backlog unplayed and beated the backlog.
Okay.
And then I have stream code provided, not code provided.
Okay.
So if the game gets a recommend or a must buy, I put it into beat the backlog. And if the game is like, fuck this shit, I put it into done with, along with like, let me just grab a random game that's in the fucking done with folder. What the fuck is in here? Fucking The Bard's Tale or Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth.
Man. Did you ever go back to your list of Humble Bundle purchases and actually sort them out?
Nope.
This Earth will crumble away and the heat death of the universe will occur.
Organizing them is such a mess.
First. Holy shit. I bought so many Humble Bundles and I never used one. It was just like, oh, look at this deal. Grab it. And I have weeks and weeks of fucking codes just sitting there. I don't even know if they're still around.
Not gonna touch it. It's too late now.